No! God damn it. Greetings, comrades. This is 88 Yellow, and as you can see in front of me are two distorted combinations of 1/3 spider, 1/3 beetle, 1/8 some sort of random harpoon, and 1/8 antlion. I know that's very precise. But in truth, this is Transformers Beast Wars Blackarachnia and Tarantulus. Now, first of all, I have to say, this is probably one of the few Beast Wars models that I have to say I absolutely hate the Beast mode. It's smooth. That's probably as much as I can say for it. It has, I guess, some good gimmicks, but other than that, it is horrendous, in my opinion. Now, first, let me show you why. This is Tarantulus. Look at his jaws. They're too big even for a long-jawed jumping spider. I know that might be a bit much to comprehend. It looks like somebody just shoved a pair of tweezers up his mouth. Okay, his eyes are good, but his abdomen or rear end, some of you might understand, is way too big for the front half of his body. Another thing is that this does not look like a spider's second body section. This looks like a beetle shell. Not only that, the color is different. It is not that smooth at all. It fits together well, but it is not smooth in color. The second thing is, this is supposed to be a web. Let me show you. That is, if I can get this guy to actually cooperate. Which, most of the time he doesn't. Probably out of shame for how awful he looks. I mean, as I said, most of my guys I get because I think they're awesome. This guy I got used with a bunch of my other Beast Wars guys. Now look. This is supposed to be a web. It is a frisbee with a little rod to fit it into a gun. What the heck is up with that? I mean, I've seen guys who can actually, not Transformers, but other things, who appear to, like, just shoot nets out of guns and stuff like that. You can do that with this guy. Why didn't the creators think of that? Why? I know, I'm ranting a lot about him. The second bit is that this guy probably has some of the easiest to lose pieces, meaning his two front legs. As you can see, only the front two. Wow. You're being very reluctant today. Don't want to accidentally break you. You're awful enough as it is. Can't come off. Now, unlike most things, this is actually supposed to come off. Because, if you can look here, my camera's not very good at focusing. It can be used as a bullet. This thing shoots far, which is good, but the aim is horrible, and most importantly, sometimes these legs fall off on their own. When I got it used, it came with 7 legs. Now he has 6. And I barely ever use him, so yeah. Now on to Blackarachnia. Blackarachnia is supposed to be a Black Widow. It is the same situation as the original Cheetor with Tigertron. They're the exact same figure with different color schemes. What the heck? Blackarachnia, for one thing, actually looks like a black arachnid, meaning that its posterior is smaller, but, how do I say, on a higher leverage? I don't know. I can't find words to describe this. And for another, this does not exist on Blackarachnia. It has a tiny spider head that's basically all the way up to here. Not over here, with these giant frickin' mandibles. Now onto the transforming state. Oh, and another last complaint is this does not fit at all. This is his robot arm's feet. They just stick out at a weird angle, making no sense whatsoever. So, to transform this guy, first you want to remove the gun, so you need to launch the harpoon-looking thing out. Then you need to dislodge the mandibles, which isn't that hard, considering they dislodge themselves. So you just put it down, move it to the corresponding direction, and then and move these back so that they look like this. You can put the legs backwards, kind of. That's another thing. These legs cannot get in the same position as the other legs because they're meant to come off and they're at a very strange angle. Now you lift the leg up, move it forward, same thing with the other one. Open the feet. This video is probably going to be longer than most of my reviews, and that's because I spent most of it ranting about how awful these guys are. Then you take the headpiece, move it down. Don't worry, that sound isn't bad. Click it into place, and move the head downward, like so. And then you have Tarantulus the Awful. Tarantulus, terrorize! I'm not sure how that's going to sound once it's put onto YouTube. Now here, I have a bunch of complaints about the robot mode too, and I need to keep stretching my neck because I have to keep looking down but looking forward at the same time, which is a bit frustrating. And that is, he still has the harpoon coming out of his butt. Another complaint is they're supposed to hold their guns this way, because there's the hole over here to put this section of the gun in. However, the joints prevention whatever thing is right over there. So unless you want them to be holding their gun upside down like this, they have no mobility whatsoever while holding their gun, or at least with their hands. As the same launching sequence and yada yada yada. Here is the part that I really hate, and that is Tarantulus, Blackarachnia. And you need to make the head into the Blackarachnia head in order to transform him. Now, ordinarily, this is the mutation head, and this is the original head, I guess, but in this case, no. It's Blackarachnia head and Tarantulus head. So obviously it's the exact same thing with Blackarachnia. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to waste any more of your time. But if you want to know what Blackarachnia's head looks like, right here. The only bit they seem to remember about the specifics of Blackarachnia, apart from the color scheme, was this hourglass-looking symbol on her thorax. That's about it. So, thank you for... Oh, wait. Rating for Beast Mode. I give them both a 2. They still have 2 points because, for one thing, the launching thing is pretty good. So, I actually think I might give them a 3. And for another... Apart from how one half of the body is a slightly different color from the other half, the color scheme and the smoothness of it is pretty good, and they did the spider eyes very well, as you can see right here. Not really completely show accurate, but they did a very show accurate job on the symbols, so I think I give them both a 3. For robot mode, I'm going to give them definitely a 2. Because you want your guys to look good, but also be mobile at the same time. As I said, you have to do one or the other. Because you can't hold the gun and be able to move your hand at the same time with these guys. These things, they just get in the way, and the ones that are supposed to turn to missiles don't really behave. They behave sometimes, but they never look like they're in the right place, and these guys are way, way too loose. And also, I'm taking off points because they have the exact same head, which I know is a problem with Cheetor and Tigertron. But even in the shows, their heads are similar. With this, no, not at all. And it makes no sense for Tarantulus' origin head to be Blackarachnia. Who came first? Tarantulus! Okay, I'm done ranting about how awful these two are. However, the color scheme, I'd say everything else on Tarantulus and Blackarachnia and their robot mode is pretty show accurate. Except for those various problems, but then again, they need to make them kind of show accurate. So, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Goodbye.